Let's continue with the problems on Z transforms, okay, wherein we'll be finding the Z transform of the sequences using the properties of Z transforms. We have seen 5 problems, okay. Today we shall see the 6th one, okay. The 6th problem that we are seeing is this: x of n is given to be n a power n u of minus n. Okay, so in the previous problem, in one of the problems that we have seen so far, okay, so this was given as u of n here, n a power n u of n. So a power n u of n was the signal. Now here also a power n u of n is the signal, but it is not a power n u of n, but it is a power n u of minus n. So there is time reversal. Understand that? And there is differentiation in time domain also. There are two properties that we have to be making use of. One is time reversal and other one is differentiation in time domain. But one problem we have got here is, see, if this is minus n, this also has to be minus n. Let me just tell you. We were talking about the valid functions and invalid functions, right? So see here, if you have this is fine. Okay, this is positive time exponential. Now, if you have this, no, it's not good. So this is the positive time exponential. In the positive time exponential, if you just negate this n, that is not good. That's not proper way of looking at it. So see, you need to have this form. Then we can call, okay, the time reversal is happening. So this will not happen. Get that point? Then once this is time reversal, then you take this n to go with what? Differentiation in time domain property. Everybody understand that? See here, this is what you will start with. Okay, so this is the first signal you will start with. Fine. Then let me just do this for you. I'll just show you how the flow should be. Fine. So this will not come to me. Fine. So let's go. This is the first signal that you will catch hold of to begin with. Then I need this for time reversal. Then I need the differentiation in time domain property. So this is what is the flow. Get that point? First, you need to obtain the transform of this. Then you have to get the Z transform of this using time reversal property. And then you have to get the Z transform of this using the differentiation in time domain property. Is that okay with you? So this is wrong. Okay. So what you're seeing here is wrong. This will not work. This will not work. Okay. So the other three forms are what we need to be looking at. Is this okay with you? So this is how we need to go with steps. Steps to be followed. Here I'm giving you all this. Okay, in the exam, you don't have to write all this like this. You can just follow that steps here. Okay, so here the steps to be followed is this. So first in the solution, consider the standard basic signal in the given signal, that is a power n u of n. Is it okay with you, everybody? Okay, so we have to first consider the most basic signal that we have here. The most basic signal that we have here is what? The positive time exponential. What is the What is the Z transform of positive time exponential? Therefore, Z transform of, this is Z transform of, mind you have to read this as Z transform. Wherever I'm writing the flower bracket, should understand this is Z transform of. Understand? Or you can even do this. Z transform of. Let's do this. Okay. So what is Z transform of this? Anybody? Can you give me the Z transform of this? Or we need not have to write this. When we say already Z transform, we can just write equal to. That is sufficient. Okay. There are two ways of looking at it. There are two ways. You can just say equal to here, or you can say a power n u of n Z transform of this is what. So this is, so there are two different ways of representation. Okay, so we should not get confused with that. I've been following both so that you will get used to both. Fine. So anybody, can you give me now what is the Z transform of this particular signal? A power n u of n.
U of Z by A.
U of
Z by A.
okay. Z, no, it's not Z by A. It's positive time exponential. What is the Z transform positive time exponential? See here? It is
by
Z.
Z minus A.
Yeah, it's Z by Z minus A. And what is the ROC? ROC is the is outside the circle with radius A. So this is what we have seen as the standard signal, and we have derived this. So we need to always keep referring to this standard results which we obtain by referring to the standard transforms. So this is one thing that we need to consider. Fine. Here on, they have given us a power n u of minus n, but a power n u of minus n is not a valid signal. Understand that? That's why I need both these n's to be negative. Both the n's to be negative. So how can I do that? Is the question. Okay. See here. Suppose if I want this to be negative, if this becomes negative, what would happen to A here? And can anybody tell me? Okay, let me just show you. Z transform of, okay, A power minus n u of n. Can you tell me what is going to happen on this side? Anybody, can you guess that? In place of A, suppose this is n, what is that we are having? Or what this A needs to be replaced by? So that needs to be looked at. Anybody would like to comment on that?
Plus A.
Plus A, no, it's not plus A. It's not plus A. See, look at that. 1 by A. Very good. So it's 1 by A. See here, it's A power n means this is 1 by A power n. So that means, see here, this is as good as 1 by A power n. Understand? So that means on this side, you will have Z by Z minus 1 by A. So which means that here your ROC would be what? Z greater than magnitude Z greater than 1 by A. That means in place of A, we have 1 by A. So wherever Z varies or A varies, so that variations needs to be brought in the ROC. So here A now has become 1 by A, because instead of considering A bar n, we consider A power minus n. Why we consider A power minus n? Because this is not possible. A power n u of minus n is not possible. So I'm trying to just make just some modifications regarding that. Fine. So this is what it is. So next what I'll do here, next I'll consider this Z transform of A power minus n u of minus n. So what would happen now? Now I'm negating the time. So it's time reversal. If it is time reversal, what should happen, do you think? What is time reversal property? Is what? Is by what it is asking. So by time reversal property, by time reversal property, we know what? Excuse me. Can you tell me what happens if we take the z transform of x of minus n? Anybody? In x of z, z is replaced by what? 1 by z. So x of z should now look like x of 1 by z. So in the z transform of x of n, z has to be replaced by 1 by z. This is what is time reversal property. Understand? So therefore, z transform of a power minus n u of minus n would be given by, what is the z transform of a power n u of n? Sorry, a power minus n u of n, it is this, right? So it is z by z minus 1 by a. In this, z has to be replaced by 1 by z. Get that point? So it would look like what? 1 by z divided by 1 by z minus 1 by a. Is it okay with you? So what would happen to the ROC? What would happen to the ROC? Earlier ROC was z greater than 1 by a. So it would be 1 by z greater than 1 by a now. Is it okay with you, everybody? So you can just bring it to the proper form. So therefore, this is equal to, let this be 1 by z. Okay. This would be a minus z divided by az. So this z and this z goes off. Fine. So here ROC would be what? What would happen to the ROC? It would be a greater than z. It is as good as a greater than z. So what can I write here? The ROC would be z less than a. That's true also, because this is negative time. Now this is on the left hand side. So if it is left hand side, it is within the circle with radius. So just readjust this properly. Therefore, z transform of a power minus n u of minus n, okay, would be equal to a by a minus z. Okay, this a goes to the numerator here. Fine. So it becomes a by z, okay, with ROC within the circle with radius a. So this is just half of a problem. See, we have just obtained the z transform of this. So if you multiply n to this, what would happen is what we need to look at. Everybody understand that point? So therefore, what is the z transform of n a power minus n u of minus n is the question. So which property you would use here? Anybody? If you multiply n to a signal, okay, by differentiation in time domain property, differentiation in time domain property, z transform of n x of n. Anybody? This is, can anybody tell me? This is minus z into d by dz of z transform of x of n. So this is how we need to read it. Understand? So therefore, z transform of n a power minus n u of minus n is what? It is minus z into d by dz of what? Z transform of what? A power minus n u of minus n. Understand that? Because this is z transform of, because let me just show you that. Why we are taking this? This is z transform of x of n. So what is x of n here? X of n is this. This is x of n. So this is x of n here. Okay, this is what here. So this is z transform of x of n. So this is Z transform of a power minus n u of n. So which we have obtained in the previous case. Understand? So therefore it is minus Z d by dz of. What is that we are doing? We are doing this a by a minus z. And in differentiation in time domain property, the ROC would not change. Okay, the ROC is not going to change if we apply the differentiation in time domain property. Fine. So this we need to differentiate now. Fine. So how can we differentiate that? So it's minus z. Okay, and now we need to differentiate this with respect to what? Z. So since we are differentiating with respect to z, a is a constant, so it's 0 into a minus z, right? Okay, minus, keep a itself and take the differentiation of the denominator, that is 0 minus 1. Fine with that? So in the denominator, what you will have? You will have a minus z square. So this is how the equation of the differentiation looks like. So this is gone. This is 0. So you're left with a minus z divided by a minus z whole square. So it is minus az divided by a minus z whole square. Okay, with ROC z within the circle with radius a. Fine. So this is what is z transform of what? N a power minus n u of minus n. Fine. So this is what one needs to get. This is little tricky. Okay, trickier than whatever we have solved till now. What way it was tricky? We started with a power n. What is given is a power n u of minus n. But in one standard signal, you cannot have one minus n and the other one is plus n. No, you cannot have that. So in this, we need to adjust without changing the actual result. Okay, so this is what we have done. So this needs to be minus n. So we did a1 by a power minus a power minus n. So if it has to be a power minus n, it is as good as 1 by a power n. So that is reflected here. Okay, so this is how the problem is solved. So in that sense, it is a little tricky. Okay, you have to solve this once to understand this. Fine, it's not going to be easy, okay, to begin with. Fine, so let's go with another problem of the same sort. Okay, you'll have multiple properties to be applied. Okay, so let's see problem number 7. Fine, so what's happening in problem number 7? Everybody just see here, x of n is given to be n. So soon after n comes along with the signal, you should understand that the differentiation time domain property is there. Along with this, you have half power n into u of n minus 3. Can anybody identify the the basic signal here? Let's write. I'll write the steps to be followed. Yeah. Can you identify the most basic signal in this? Anybody? N is not with the basic signal. So except this n, suppose if you have to identify the basic signal, can you identify what is the basic signal here? Anybody? Is there a negative time exponential or positive time exponential or left-sided sequence or right-sided sequence, or it is finite or infinite? In those terms, you need to be talking. Okay. Anybody would like to go with that? In this, which is the basic signal without any operations performed on it? Nobody can identify that. See here, it's half power n u of n. Then there is half power n u of n minus 3. but this will not happen. First, you need to go with this. This is not true. So what you should go with rather, u of n minus 3, sorry, half power n minus 3, u of n minus 3. This is how it needs to look like. Then in the third place, you need to go with n half power n minus 3, u of n minus 3. So since this is u of n minus 3, this also needs to be, okay, obtained as n minus 3. That is when the signal would become, okay, valid for application of what here, everybody. So this is one signal. First you need to go with, fine. The second signal is this, the shifted version. When you're going with the shifted version, both n have to be shifted. This also has to be shifted, this also has to be shifted. Then after you have used the time shifted property, then you have to use this differentiation in time domain property. Okay, and this is not a valid form to go with. So you need to somehow get this into valid form. Is that okay with you? So that we need to do now. So this is fine. So this is what is your final expression for obtaining the Z transform. So this is how we need to work with. Understand? So let's go on with this. Fine. So in the solution, the first signal that we are going with is, what did we write? Consider the basic signal, basic standard signal in the given signal. Okay, so that we need to consider first. That is half power n u of n. So we have to start with this. Okay, then we have to shift, then we have to differentiate. Okay, that we should do. Therefore, what we are looking at is Z transform of half power n u of n is what? Is that we need to look at. Fine. So what is it, anybody? Which signal is this? This is positive time exponential. So what is the Z transform of positive time exponential? It is Z by Z minus half with ROC outside the circle with radius half, because it is positive time exponential. Fine. Now we shall get this to be half power n minus 3. Understand that? So how to get this as half power n minus 3? So let's consider, let me just adjust this properly before we do the things. Okay, so let me just do that now for you. I'll just take this much. Okay, I'll just make way, because I have yeah. So let's do this. See here, since this has to be n minus, what I can do is this is n half power. If this has to be half power n minus 3, okay, what needs to be done? Anybody? Can you tell me? Let me just write that in most simpler way. So what I'll do is, I'll do this. So don't you think bringing this term is as good as multiplying the term with 1? Okay, so that is what I have done. Is it okay with you, everybody? Then how does it look like? What is this? This is 1 by 8. Keep 1 by 8 aside. Along with that, there is n. Okay, then there is half power n minus 3. Then there is u of n minus 3. Everybody understand now? Okay, so first you need to get this in form. Okay, so here let's say consider the basic standard signal. Okay, That is half power n u. Here we shall consider half power n u of n. Everybody understand that? So doing this was not possible in the previous expression since it was minus n here. Okay, so we followed a different way of dealing with it. Okay, first we got a power minus n. Then we thought of reversing it, time reversing it. But here, since there is a provision to get it in the required form initially itself, so we have done that. Okay, so this has to be, since this is n minus, this has to be n minus 3. Okay, how to do that? Keeping this expression will not change. This expression is same, but we rearrange it in the way we want it to be. That is why it has become so. Fine. So now we have identified it. So let's go on with it. Fine. So after this, what we need to do? We need to go with the shift property. Understand that? So therefore, further, by using what is the Z transform? The next question that has to be asked is this. What is the Z transform of half power n minus 3, okay, u of n minus 3? So which property we would use? Okay, by time shift property. Okay, we know that the Z transform of x of n minus n naught, suppose you have, okay, then it is z to the power minus n naught into the Z transform of x of n. Here the basic signal is x of n, right? So Z transform of x of n into z to the power minus n naught, because the shift is minus n naught. Understand that? Therefore, Z transform of half power n minus 3 u of n minus 3, okay, is z to the power minus 3, because the shift is minus 3, into Z transform of what? Basic signal, that is half power n u of n. The basic signal is this. Z transform with basic signal. Okay, so it is z to the power minus 3 into z by z minus half with ROC z outside the circle with radius half. Understand that? Now this would be what? This would be z inverse, or what? Yeah, z to the power minus 2 rather. It would be z to the power minus 2 divided by, okay, z by, sorry, z to the power minus 2 divided by z minus half. The ROC would remain same. Z greater than half. Is it okay with you? Now, if you bring this z to the power minus 2 to the denominator, okay, so how would this look like further? So it would be 1 divided by z cube minus z square by 2. This is how it is going to look like. Okay, the ROC we have to write everywhere. So this is what is the Z transform of, okay, this. Fine. So therefore, Z transform of this is given by 1 by z cube minus z square by 2. Now what we need to do? We need to obtain n. We have to have n here. Okay, if we have n here, what would happen is the question. Therefore, Z transform of what? There is an 8. Let's write that 8 here. 1 by 8. Okay. What is that? N. Half to the power n minus 3 u of n minus 3 is written as what? Is written as 1 by 8 can be taken out. Okay. Then we can apply Z transform on n half power n minus 3 u of n minus 3. Because see that there is now after modifying the given statement in the required form, there is 1 by 8 to deal with, which was not there in the given expression. Okay. So if you have 1 by 8, this would become half power n minus. If you have 1 by 8, this would be n minus 6. That is what is the adjustment we have done. Is that okay with you, everybody? Now, which property we have to just again say which property? Let me just bring that from here. Which property is that? By differentiation in time domain property is what we need to use here. Okay, by differentiation time in time domain property, if you have n multiplied with the signal here, which is the signal, actual signal here, this is the signal. Get that? See, you are multiplying n with this signal. That means what is the Z transform of this? We need to see. So that is already been obtained here. Understand that? So therefore, Z transform of 1 by 8 n half power n minus 3 u of n minus 3 is given by what? Minus z. It's 1 by 8 would be there. Okay. Then you have minus z into d by dz of, okay, Z transform of what? Half power n minus 3 u of n minus 3, which we have obtained in the previous case. Just write that. So therefore it would be 1 by 8 times. So it is 1 by minus z by 8 we should write. Okay, it would be minus z by 8. Okay, d by dz of this. What is the Z transform of this we have obtained here? We obtained that here. This is what we need to make use of. Fine, so that should come here. So this we need to differentiate now, because this is the Z transform of this. Let me just use a different color for that. So this is this. Is it okay with you? Now, everybody differentiate this. Let's see what happens. So this you are differentiating now. It is differentiating 1 by x with respect to x. What would that be? Differentiation of 1 by x with respect to is minus 1 by x square. So that is what I'm making use of here. Okay. So that minus z by 8 is always there. Into differentiation of this, which is given by z cube minus, minus 1 by z cube minus z square by 2 whole square. Okay. This is what it is. Then you have so this is fine. I think we can just leave it over here. So this is what is the expression that one needs to get. So do we need to have 1 by 2 is the question? Anybody can you just give me? So do you think this needs to be multiplied by 1 by 2 here, since 1 by 2 is there with z, or minus 1 by 2 rather, or we need to differentiate that? Okay, it is 3z square minus z. Okay, so this would, we need to differentiate the whole stuff. So it would be 3z square, okay, minus 3z square minus 2 what? Z by 2 into 1. So this is how it looks like. If I'm wrong, just Correct me. So this I'm differentiating with respect to z, the denominator, 3z square minus 2z by 2, and then differentiation of z is 1. So this is how we have done. Okay. So this 2 and 2 goes off. You'll be left with what? Minus z by 8 into minus 3z square minus z divided by z cube minus z square by 2 whole square. Now what I can write this as? I can now write this as 3z cube minus z square divided by 8z cube minus z square by 2 whole square with ROC, okay, z outside the circle with radius half. So this is what is the z transform of this. Okay, so this is how we do this problem. These are all very tricky problems. Okay, so if you solve this, only you'll have the clarity, otherwise no. Fine, so you have to practice it a lot. Fine, let's take the next problem now. That's problem number 8 for you. Okay, and what's given is this: x of n is given to be n into sine pi by 2 n, okay, u of minus n. So this is what is the problem. Fine, here also you have time reversal, but the standard signal is this. The sinusoidal signal along with u of n is the standard signal. Okay, so let me write that. Steps to be followed. Steps to be followed is just for your reference. Okay, the first thing that we need to get is this: sine pi by 2 n into u of n. Okay, then they have given sine pi by 2 n u of minus n. No, this is not correct. We cannot move along with that. So what we should do is, rather, we should start taking sine minus pi by 2 n u of minus n. If you take sine minus pi by 2, what is sine minus theta? Anybody? What is sine minus theta?
Minus sine theta.
Minus sine theta. So this would be minus sine, okay, pi by 2 n u of minus n. So this is what it would become. Understand that? Fine. So now this is something that we need to remember. After this, you have to go with this. What? So this is minus sine theta is known, right? So what if I have minus here and here both? What I mean is this. Then we can go with this. So this has to be sine pi by 2, right? What is sine pi by 2? Minus sine minus pi by 2 by n. U of minus n is sine pi by 2 u of. Understand that? So this is as good as getting minus here. So this is right. We not have to go with this, because since sine theta is equal to minus sine minus theta. Is it okay with you, everybody? If I write this, is it understandable to you? So that's why we have made this adjustment. Okay, then you need to get this sine minus pi by 2 n u of minus n. So this we need to get finally. Is it okay with you, everybody? So let's get on with this. I'm again giving you, okay, the way we did it in the previous problems. Okay, So this is the first signal to approach. Fine. Then since we have u of minus n here, here also we need to have u of minus. So if you try have u of minus n, that needs to be compensated by having this minus. Okay. So see here, this is the next signal you will go with. Just to introduce minus here, minus sign is because so this is the best thing, best reference. Here, so this you need to refer. This can be written since minus theta. This is minus theta. This can be written as minus sine minus pi by 2n. Fine. So after you get that, this you need to get that. So that is your final thing. Okay. So this you're not supposed to. This is wrong. You cannot just approach this straight away. Fine. So which is the most basic signal? So that is considered here. This is the most basic signal. Understand? That we need to consider now. Fine. So in the solution, let's say that. Fine. Consider solution. Consider, I'll not write all that, I'll just directly come here. The Z transform of what? So before going to Z transform, okay, so let's just write this, everybody. So before going to that, how can this would be expressed? I'll consider sine pi by 2 n, okay, u of n. How can this be written as? Or the Z transform of this can be written as what? It can be written as Z sine pi by 2 divided by Z square minus 2Z cos pi by 2 plus 1 with ROC outside the circle with radius 1. So this is the standard transform. Using the standard transform, you are able to write this. So where did we see the standard transform? You should understand we have seen the standard transform of sine sine theta u of n. Okay, so using that, using sine omega naught n, what is the, so this is what we have written. Since we know that sine omega naught n u of n is what? Z sine omega naught divided by Z square minus 2Z cos omega naught plus 1, and it is Z, ROC Z greater than 1. So since we know this, we have written this. Okay, so this you need to keep for your reference. Fine. What is sine pi by 2? Sine pi by 2 is 1 and cos pi by 2 is 0. Okay, since sine pi by 2 is 1 and cos pi by 2 is 0, okay, Z transform of sine pi by 2 n into u of n, okay, can be written as, here can be written as Z by Z square plus 1. This is how it becomes. Fine. Then let's use this time reversal property. So before time reversal, let's get this. This can also be done. N sine pi by 2 n u of n. Okay, is equal to what? So which property do we use? We use differentiation in time domain property. Okay, so this is the property we need to be using. Wherever there is n along with the signal, okay, we have differentiation of time domain. Differentiation in time domain property. So everybody understand that? So therefore, Z transform of this is given by what? So this is given by minus z into d by dz of z transform of sine pi by 2n into u of n. So that is something that we have just obtained. Okay. So therefore it can be written as minus z d by dz of what? Z by z square plus 1. Is it okay with you? So if you differentiate this, I'm not doing this, just differentiate this. Okay, so you'll get this as z cube. Just do that yourself and see. It is z cube minus z divided by z square plus 1 whole square. Okay, with the ROC same. Okay, ROC equal to z outside the circle with radius 1. The same ROC would continue to be there. This ROC, z outside the circle with radius 1. Understand that? So now what we need to do is this. Now what we can do is this. Here, we can bring in minus here. If you bring in minus here, it is time reversal property, right? So let's bring in a minus here. Or let's bring in a minus. If you bring in minus here, this is the minus that you will deal with. Understand that? So this minus would come here. That is what is shown here. Where is it? Yeah, this is what we are trying to get now. So we have got the expression for what? This we have got. Let me just show you. Here. So what we have got is this. This also is not there. We have not yet taken this. So these are all yens, and we just first use this property. Then we went on to use this. Okay, which is one and the same. We can even do that. We have just taken yen here. Then we are going for taking time reversal property. Fine. So use the time reversal property here and see what we get. So therefore, Z transform of what? N sine pi by 2 n. Okay. U of n can be further written as here. This can be further written as Z transform of minus n sine pi by 2 n u of minus n. So that means we have negated the n everywhere. So now we have to use time reversal property. Therefore, by time reversal property, what do we have using time reversal property? Anybody? Z transform of x of minus n is x of z, where z is replaced by 1 by z. So that means it is x of 1 by z. X of 1 by z. So this is how it should look like. Fine. So that we need to get from here. Fine. Therefore, this is equal to what? Z transform of n sine pi by 2 n u of n. Okay. In this, z is replaced by 1 by z. Okay, so the Z transform is obtained here. Fine. So in this, the Z has to be replaced by what? 1 by Z. Okay, so here this Z has to be replaced by 1 by Z, and in ROC 1 by Z, this ROC would also be become 1 by Z greater than half. Here you had Z greater than 1, right? It's not half. Z greater than 1, right? So it would be 1 by Z greater than 1 because Z is replaced by 1 by Z. So this is how it should look like. So it would become what? 1 by Z cube minus 1 by Z divided by 1 by Z square plus 1 whole square. Okay, with Z less than 1, it would become the ROC because it's time reversal. Okay, it would become Z 1 by Z greater than 1 or 1 greater than Z. So that is Z less than 1. Understand? So if you do all this, okay, and if you see the Z transform of this, okay, would happen to be this. Just obtain this yourself. Okay, that would happen to be Z minus Z cube divided by Z square plus 1 whole square. Okay, with region of convergence inside the circle with radius 1. Just try get this yourself. Okay, so this is your answer. This is your answer. Fine. So do this yourself and you'll get to see getting this. Fine. So let's stop here.